People pleasing will make you miserable. Believe me on this. Now, I fell into a big trap a few years ago. And what that trap was I really wanted to embody being a positive person. Now, the trap I fell in was because I wanted to embody being a positive person, which, you know, you think, oh, surely there has to be positive things from that, you know, wanting to be a positive person. However, there's a real subtle danger with it. Now, for me, I was, you know, really focused on self-improvement, and I really wanted to constantly better myself. And I understood I had a bit of a negative mindset in the past, so I wanted to change that. Now, what I also wanted to change was my energy around people. I understood my energy was not always high, and, you know, high energy, super positive, and I wanted to, in the understanding and learning of positive energy, because I did a lot of learning about energy, and a lot of it talks about, you know, the kind of energy you put out, you will get back. So, you know, going throughout life, I really wanted to just embody positive energy, and in the hope of getting that back to me. So, you know, I'd be walking around the street and I'd be trying to smile at people and say hello. For some reason, I found myself getting really wrapped up in my head, especially when people didn't say hello back or smile, or simply just walk on and reject the hello. So I did find myself get caught up in this cycle, and at the time I was working in sales as well, so whenever I was on the phone, I was always trying to be really high energy, really positive, and reject any sort of negative energy. Now, what this did was, because I was trying to force this, it had a real opposite effect. And that effect was I was basically repulsing people. You know, it wasn't authentic. And I came to learn this when I started hanging around with people that I thought were really positive people, and they would elevate it. However, it turned into toxic positivity. Now, I didn't think this was a thing. And I remember my mum telling me, you know, toxic positivity is a real thing. And I was like, what are you talking about? How can positivity be toxic? Like, surely those things just don't go. And I was proven very wrong indeed. And I only learned this from experiencing it myself. But yeah, there's people out there that they put on this persona of being positive, and deep down they're not satisfied, they're not fulfilled with life. So I only understood this 2 or 3 years ago, and that's when I realized that actually, no, there's something deeper than that. You have to delve deeper than just putting on this positive face, this positive attitude, this positive smiley face. It's deeper than that, and it's inauthentic. And that's why it rubbed me up the wrong way. When I was trying to do it, I could tell something was wrong, but it made me feel like something was wrong with me. So instead, I came to the conclusion that actually I was wrong, and I pivoted. And instead of trying to be constantly positive all the time and having this people-pleasing persona, you know, trying to constantly make sure everyone's happy around me, make people happy, it was too forced. And I didn't prioritize my own needs. And that's why I felt so empty, even when trying to embody this positive attitude. So I came to the conclusion that that's not going to work, unfortunately. And instead I need to delve deeper, and I need to figure out who I actually am at the core and what I actually want. And of course I didn't know the answers to these, and still, if you ask me now, yeah, I'm a lot clearer, but I will still struggle to answer them, to be honest. But no doubt, for the last few years, what's worked for me is delving deeper to the core in understanding who I am, what I want, and not feeling the need to constantly please people, and instead focus on what pleases me and how can I be of service to people rather than how can I please them. So yeah, it's been absolutely massive for me. So yeah, just think about that.